So welcome back. That's Thomas Bach, the IOC president, is actually saying, let's set the record straight, that there won't be changes to the Olympics bidding process. So that's it. It's a Friday morning. Our issues man Ben Alaya joins us now in the studio. Happy birthday, Ben. It's your day.
Thank you. Happy to be alive and kicking. I'm already 40-something. I'm feeling so young. I think I'm 25, but I don't know. I would say what age I am. Yeah. And at Channels too, it's celebration time. Channels is 21 years of broadcasting. It looked like yesterday when they started. I mean, I could recall when it started, it was like, you know, a joke. Can they survive? Will they make it? And here we are at the headquarters, and the edifices that Uncle Momo is putting up. Hi, what can we say? We are building our own African CNN.
That's right.
I mean, it's great to be part of it along the line, even if on the sidelines, always coming in as you know, a reserve. But man, it's fantastic. You know,
it's good to see Ben on that light, you know, that lighter side. Let's get serious with issues now, Ben. News flying everywhere about the Super Falcons. What are you hearing?
Sad that the girls went and won the African Women Nations Cup. I'm sure our own sister here, Cecilia, was there, and she saw all the actions. And if they had won, and they have won, I mean, please pay them their dues. That is what, I mean, it's also very shocking to hear the Minister of Sports saying that they didn't expect the girls to win. Why did you attend the competition? I mean, it is not an underage competition where you are trying new players. This is the senior national team, and this is a team that has won before now, 7 out of the 9. So why wouldn't you expect them to? It shows the character of the people who are in authority. I mean, you go there already defeated, and then the guys didn't go with a defeatist attitude. They went, even when we were not paying their dues, they went all the way. And I mean, I was part of the team that went to the Confederations Cup, you know, in Brazil. And I knew what happened when they refused to board the plane after the game, the qualifier in one of the Southern African countries. And I knew why they did what they did, because I mean, for the Confederations Cup, FIFA had already paid everything to the Nigerian Football Federation, and so why are you holding back their allowances and bonuses? It happened again during the World Cup. Already money had been paid for, you know, preparation, and when we were having a game as crucial as that game against the French national side, we refused to train. The players simply said they won't go to train until their allowances and bonuses are paid, because they were not too sure if we will win or we will lose. And if anything happens, it will not be paid. I recall again, Austin and my colleagues here, you know, Stephen Keshi, may so perfect soul, rest in peace, you know, telling me a story that when they played the King Fahd Cup, which is then also is now the Confederations Cup, when they played it in Saudi Arabia, before their last game, the players, 2 hours to the game, the players refused to dress up. Everybody refused to dress up. And then it was, why is the NFL always broke? They refused to dress until their allowances and bonuses were paid, because, I mean, the organizers already paid everything in total. So why were you delaying? And 2 hours to the match, officials, I think it was then Sani Toru, who was Secretary General of the NFL, they brought the money and paid these players. Keshi told me that most of the players played that game with their dollars in their boots because they didn't want to. I mean, is that terrible? Why is the NFF always broke? Can we find a solution to it? Because I don't want to blame it only on the Amaju-led board. It has always been like this. It's not a new development.
Exactly.
We must find something that is enduring to the finances of the Nigerian Football Federation. I mean, Amaju came with his very public background. I mean, private. I think he's doing the PPP or whatever it is called now, public-private partnership, you know, for the Football Federation to have money all the times. But I don't think we are doing it enough. There is tax holidays for some of these big companies that have money who will sponsor the NFL, but Do they trust them with accountability? That is the big question.
Okay, I think you talked about the minister, talking about the fact that they didn't expect the Super Falcons to win the tournament. Well, we'll take a quote coming from him. This was sent by Nigerian Football Federation when he says, that personally, I don't want, he said, the point I want to make clear is that this competition, which this team have participated in and won, we are indeed overwhelmed by the performance of the team. Maybe this is where, it came up from, that he says he didn't expect that they would win, because I can't believe he actually said this.
What is
going further, overwhelmed by the team, going further, it says they're actually in the process, of getting, money for the girls, that that the federal government, monies from the federal government is not like an ATM. You will just go and bring out cash. Government has processes on how things are done. And he went further to say that we are still processing and pursuing the entitlement of the team. Now, a quote came in from the Secretary General of Nigerian Football Federation saying that they actually informed the minister in October that they didn't have money to pay the girls. The question I want to ask you is this. We know that the Super Falcons will be participating at the Nations Cup this year. They qualified in June, and that time they didn't get the allowance and all that. They felt, okay, before the tournament starts in November, you get it. What did the Federation have? Why do they have to wait till October to say that, to actually, raise a memo? And the minister told me, the day the tournament started, November 19, when he says, look, that he hasn't gotten a memo from the federation that they are owing these girls. And now we're hearing there's no money. What if they have started it on time? And the same minister said that it took him 2 days to actually raise 84 million something for the Super Eagles, that he didn't go to church, he had to meet the president and all that. The president had to call everybody to come to work, and the money was out in 2 days. Why is it different for the girls?
Well, I would say, between June and October, where you might say is a long time, in raising a memo or talking, knowing how bureaucratic our system is in this country. However, the minister who supervises every federation should know that there are tournaments, and every year I am sure that budgetary allocations and budgetary stuff are made and presented to the minister. This competition was part of what was, budgeted for, and therefore there is no. You should not give us any excuses for what is happening now. The president of the Federal Republic, when these girls won, issued a statement. If the president at that level can issue a statement congratulating the girls, the president should bring out money and pay these girls, for crying out loud. There is what they call security vote. This is a serious issue. We are becoming a laughingstock to the global sports world. Every time we go to competitions, we don't pay our players. Why are we like this?
Should I tell you what the Cameroonian ladies told us in Cameroon? They said, look, we know they're not going to pay you guys. Why didn't you guys just
allow us to win?
Because they said they actually promised it.
If by chance any of the presidential aides or media person is watching, let the president dip his hands into the security vote. He has a lot of money in the security votes. It's not. This is an
emergency right now.
This is an emergency. Pay these girls.
We just can't dip our hands into the security.
It's a security vote. Nobody is not accountable to the student. The student is even angry.
Ben, relax. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, the conversation will continue. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.